This is Afternoon Sports Slay with the Queen, Micah K. Now remember, I'm doing this for the love of the game. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button and definitely hit that notification bell. Make sure you are sharing and commenting, all right? Now, another major fight night. We have Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. Now, this is how I do it. I give you that background information first. Then I give you my analysis. Then you get the Queen's prediction. Here we go. We're not going, I ain't going to keep you. We're going to get right into it. Here's the background information. The source is by DAZN by Matt Atsbury. Josh Taylor defends his 4 super lightweight titles against Jack Catterall on Saturday night, 9 months on from his historic win against Jose Ramirez. Undisputed super lightweight champion finally returns to his native Scotland to make the first defense of his undisputed title. The Scotsman goes up against mandatory challenger Jack, who finally gets his world title shot after he stepped aside last year to allow Taylor to face Ramirez. Taylor will be considered a huge favorite in what could be his final fight at 140 pounds, with a move up to welterweight likely for the 31-year-old. Remember, Taylor has came out and said that he would definitely like to fight Crawford. I think that would be an excellent, just an excellent fight because of their skill sets and the fighting styles. All right, now let's transition over. We are going to start with Jack Catterall. Here is my analysis, the Queen's eyes, how I see it. Okay, I'm going to give you my breakdown. His last 2 fights were against AH. That first name is pretty hard to pronounce, so I'm just going to abbreviate it as AH. And he fought after that he fought Timo S, okay, before he fought AH. Now let's get into the thick of things. Let's get into that juice. Now, Jack will take his time at moments to figure out opponents, shows patience to land the right shots. Jack is a skillful boxer, will utilize the jab effectively. Nice quality counterpuncher. Jack will show a variety in his attack, unleashing combos, landing right and left body shots. Jack likes to throw straight left to the body and the right hook to the head at times. Jack landed beautifully placed punches in his last fight, can show really good balance and footwork. Jack shows he has quick reflexes and quickness in his hands, and the commentators, from what they have said too, that he really also has fast hands. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking out for, to see how fast his hands move going up against an elite fighter like a Josh Taylor. Okay, he will listen to this closely as well. He will wait for his opponent to attack. We're talking about Jack now again. Then he unloads and attacks you to offset his opponent's attack. Okay, now Jack can show good aggression and is good at getting in the inside. Good inside fighter. Jack will get down and dirty with his opponent and battle. He will hunt you down, especially if he smells blood. Overall, Jack showed excellent accuracy, timing, and good effective power shots in his last fight. All right, let's get into what I'm looking for from Jack in the fight against Josh Taylor. Will he be able to close the distance with Taylor to land effective punches? Once again, going up against Taylor, will he be able to close the distance with Taylor to land clean, effective punches? I want to see a lot of consistent activity throughout the fight from Jack. Jack must bring good calculated aggression to the fight. Defense must stay sharp, and I would like to see nice feints too. Now let's get into some slay questions. This is for all my slayers and slayers. This is to help us kind of just think and really think about what's going to happen and what could happen in this fight. Now, will Jack make the necessary adjustments in the fight? Can he outsmart Taylor? Okay, let me know. Jack hasn't fought since, it says, because I looked this up through BoxRec, so that is the source I got this from. It says Jack hasn't fought since November 28th of 2020. Will ring rust play a factor? Okay, be a factor. Taylor said Jack hasn't fought anyone near his competition level. Once again, Josh Taylor said that Jack hasn't fought anyone near his competition level. Will competition level play a role? Okay, let's see. All right. Will Jack rise to the occasion? Will he bring his true A game? Okay. Can he make it spicy? Can he bring the juice to Josh Taylor? Now, let's transition over to Josh Taylor. Here's my analysis. His last two fights were against Jose Ramirez and Kong Sang. Now, my Taylor analysis will be more of a review from previous analysis I did when he fought Ramirez. Taylor is good at staying disciplined to figure his opponent out. Taylor is really good at setting up his shots with the jab. Taylor will definitely double up on the jab. Taylor is a very good athlete, has excellent footwork, hand speed, and quickness. Once again, Taylor has excellent footwork, hand speed, and quickness. Taylor, okay, shows a lot of diversity with his left hand. Left hooks, straight left, uppercuts, going to the head and the body. Taylor is also good at utilizing his right hand, short rights. Taylor also is a really good inside fighter, likes going to war while unleashing deadly combinations. Taylor showed good fighting tactics in his last fight against Ramirez. Pay attention closely, he did. Taylor likes to body his opponents and get rough and tough. Taylor shows flashes of nice quick counters. Timing and accuracy was on point. Overall, to me, Taylor is a very strong-willed, tough, and determined fighter with an elite skill set. Taylor can box when he needs to and switch it up to brawling when he has to. Truly a versatile, well-rounded, really impressed me in his last fight. I'm not gonna lie, very well-rounded type of fighter. Okay, now what I'm looking for from Taylor, let's see if Taylor has worked on defending against the body work, them body shots more. Now, this is not my words, what I'm about to get into. This is from Andre Ward, okay? If you tapped into boxing, you got to know who Andre Ward is, okay? Great, okay? Has done great with boxing as being a professional boxer in his career. Now, Andre Ward said Taylor doesn't know how to angle and get out the way of body shots as soon. Okay, let me slow down because, Ward said Taylor doesn't know how to angle and get out the way of body shots, okay, at times. Now, also, in statement Timothy Bradley made, okay, as soon as he breaks, Taylor can drop his hands down by his waist and allow his opponents to follow him up with combos. Now, once again, that was said by Timothy Bradley. So we're going to see certain things, see what Taylor has worked on, and we're going to also be looking for his progression. Now, and another thing, just make sure his defense stays on point, because the main thing about it is when you're dealing with a fight, especially in particular a big fight, you have to make sure that defense is definitely on point. Now, let's transition over to my prediction. Now, in this fight, hear me closely, Jack must bring the intensity and aggression. Jack must switch up his attack and change the tempo and, really control the momentum of this fight. With all that being said, I definitely have Josh Taylor coming out with the victory and being victorious. All right, that's what I was trying to say before I even said victory. Okay, now. And I have Taylor dominating, in particular those later rounds, like after that 6th or 7th round, especially when he get into the middle. Yeah, definitely the middle rounds. I have him dominating. I believe Taylor's hand speed, skill set, and IQ will be too much for Jack. Now, listen, I know Taylor fans, I chose your boy this time. Last time I didn't choose your boy. Y'all was all on my head. The Taylor fans can be real spicy. Y'all was coming, you was coming for me, but that's okay. Sometimes, like I said before, I'm going to be wrong and sometimes I'm going to be right. But my main thing is to inform people that love to come to my channel, whether you are subscribed or you new and you will subscribe. It is all about learning and progressing on both ends, okay? And we just trying to balance everything out. And then, like I said, I responded to some of the comments, and then some of you guys I didn't respond to. It's okay. We know we always have to deal with haters. We rise above it. I'm gonna keep coming and keep pushing. This can't stop, won't stop over here. You already know what it is. Now let me get back to it. So I enjoyed the spicy comments. Now, Also, Jack, he was talking spicy to Taylor as well. He letting Taylor know, listen, I ain't scared of you. I want the smoke. Let's see if he can handle that smoke, and let's see if he can pull it off, and have that big upset. Because we know, once again, with boxing, this is what I always say. This is a type of sport that is very unpredictable. So let's see what is going to happen. But I am going to go with Josh Taylor. Now, Slayers and Slayheads, make sure you leave a comment and make sure you tell me, how you feel about everything. Now, if you are new to this channel, remember to subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. It is so much more content on the way. It's the Queen, Micah K, and this is Afternoon Sports Slay.